The scariest video I've seen on the internet. You can see terrifying things that might keep you awake at night.
This is my hand.
Yo!
TikTok.
What happened? Oh. Oh. Oh no. In his eye. Oh no.
This shit is crazy, boy.
Oh my
That's
god.
Good morning, America.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. The dude with the crazy feet, man, that sucks. That sucks. I'm sure that hurts really bad, but your boy needs a damn chivel. Nah. Hey guys, thanks again for tuning in. This is Gorilla Left on all platforms. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and like all that. But here we go, the videos.
Just when I thought I heard about all the worst cults in history, this one had to come and blow them out of the water. This is Colonia Dignidad. They were a German torture cult hiding out in the Chilean wilderness after World War II, aka Yazis. And to show you how terrible they were, let me tell you a story. And as a quick reminder, if you want more info, you can check out the podcast. The leader of this cult was a known child abuser, and he wanted more Chilean boys to be brought to him. So he started a hospital in the community and used it as a trafficking system to get more children. One day, a young Chilean boy choked and was rushed to the hospital. And right when he got there, a nurse scooped him up, brought him to a room, and saved his life. But later that day, his sister arrived and asked a nurse when she could pick him up to take him home. And the nurse responded that they needed to monitor him for a few more days, which is pretty suspect in a choking case. So a few days later, she comes back and she's like, okay, can I get my brother? And the nurse tells her that he's not there anymore. And this is because the hospital had lawyers on staff that were drafting up adoption paperwork when young boys would come in. The cult was able to legally adopt boys in the community without the parents' consent, and the parents had not enough money to do anything about it. There are so many more stories about this place, and I had never heard of it before, so make sure you check out this week's episode for more info.
No way. People really do be doing stuff like that, though. But, you know, it just makes me wish that I knew that was going to happen before. That way I could give the guy a little action. What the fuck?
I'm scared.
She got straight up yoinked by the ghost, man. Just ripped her right off the door. Video's great already. I just saw one. So, if you've ever lived out in the country, that's a coyote. I'm from a part where it's pretty normal, but it's still kind of a concern, you know. You want to make sure that you're not around during certain times and whatnot, and you got to make sure they're usually scared of you, but for all you city folk, it's pretty normal, but at the same time, that was a lot, so I understand that. Dude! He said bink? Dude, he blasted that dude's wrist. Holy shit. Did you hear him in the background too? Like,
The darkest conspiracy theories. Benjamin Franklin has a disturbing secret that wasn't uncovered until 1998. You see, a team of renovators were working on Franklin's old house. And in the basement, they ended up finding over 1,200 human bones.
What?
Now, some people thought Benjamin Franklin murdered these people, but the actual explanation is a little less violent. You see, it turns out his home was used as an illegal anatomy school. Gravediggers would bring bodies to the house to be studied, and afterwards, they'd just bury them in the basement.
Man, I don't understand how people get, even in that time, I don't understand how people get wrapped up in the most crazy ass shit. Benjamin Franklin, what the man? Well, what it really is like rich people be doing a bunch of crazy ass shit. Rich people be rich people,
I was forced to stay awake for 30 days straight. They call it the Russian sleep experiment. They put 5 of us into a room and released a gas. That made it impossible to go to sleep. We were all captured war prisoners. They were studying us to see what would happen to a human if they stay awake for 30 days. Day 1 everything seemed fine. We were promised freedom after we completed the experiment. But as the days went by, our conversations grew darker. Paranoia took hold, tearing us apart. On day 9, one of us started screaming uncontrollably until his vocal cords gave out. The rest of us smeared our own feces over the glass so they couldn't see us.
Oh, hell
On
no.
the 15th day, they needed to know what was happening. They turned off the gas and opened the doors. They were not ready for the horrific scene they were about to walk into, flesh torn. We consumed our own bodies, desperate to stay awake. We didn't want to leave anymore. We begged them to turn the gas back on, but they refused to help us. Somehow we were able to survive all this, but we knew it would be the end when we fell asleep. Remember us, remember our torment.
Man, that is some crazy stuff. And really, the human mind is just, it's something else. I mean, you have a lot of people that go through a lot of stuff, but man, the way that they wanted the gas back on, they completely lost it. Hell no.
Don't ever call this phone number. If you ever call this phone number, you will hear a strange man repeating 1, 3, and 7 in a creepy voice. Shortly after he has repeated them a few times, you will hear a loud siren followed by a quiet whisper of your first name. There will be a brief silence after he has said your name. Soon after, you will hear the same man saying, "We have connected." The phone will now hang up. It is said that the sequence of numbers and the loud noise at the end is designed to hypnotize the person on the phone. After this phone call, you will hear the numbers 1, 3, and 7 at random times for the next 3 days. Are you brave enough to try this? Like this video and follow my account for more creepy numbers.
Yo, you guys want to call him? If we get to 500,000 subscribers, I'll do a live video. I'll call them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying?
The darkest conspiracy theories. The advanced ancient civilization. This theory says that at the time of the Egyptians, the civilization was far more advanced than it is now. And this is also how the pyramids could be explained. Because why are the pyramids in the exact same order as the stars in the Orion's belt? And what is more interesting, why is the speed of light and the altitude of the pyramids the exact same number?
What?
So many apparent coincidences, and they don't stop there. Because look at the motherboard of a modern computer and compare this to the lineup of the pyramids.
Damn.
Do you see a certain pattern here? Or is it just another made-up theory?
Man, we need to look into pyramids a little more on here. That's some cool stuff. Can anybody explain that? Put it in the comments. Bet you don't.
One of my bellmen approached me, and he kind of had a weird look on his face, and he said to me, can we go in your office and talk? I brought him into my office, and he says, something really weird happened here yesterday, and you weren't here. He said, there's a couple guys in here looking for you. And I said, a couple guys? What do you mean? And he said, well, this is really hard for me to say. He said, but there's a couple really strange-looking men that were here. And they kind of freaked everybody out, and they were asking questions about you. And, of course, now I'm getting a little bit nervous, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, well, they were... He goes, I don't know how to describe them except for extremely odd-looking. They were really, really tall, he said, and they were identical height. They were the exact same height. They were wearing the exact same clothes, and they had the exact same faces, like they
Oh,
were
hell
twins.
no.
And he said they were wearing black suits, black trench coats. They were wearing like the old-fashioned Federo hat. They had extremely, extremely pale skin. And he said they came in and they looked around a little bit and they asked for you. And I said, I'm sorry, he's actually not working today. And it seemed like they didn't believe me, so they started to walk around the hotel. And shortly after, they went to the tour desk, and he goes, I got busy. I started to have to bring cars around and get luggage. And by the time I came back, they were gone. But he goes, they freaked me out, and I really wanted to tell you that there were these weird guys in here looking for you. So, of course, now I'm a little bit skeptical and I'm a little bit freaked out all at the same time. So the first thing I do is I run into my security office, because I know how to work the security system, and I rewound the cameras, and sure enough, here comes two gentlemen through the front door looking exactly how he described. Then the next day, I was talking with my tour desk, and one of them asked to talk to me. She came in my office, the same as my bellman, and she said, I need to tell you about something that happened. I heard that you heard that there were some men looking for you. And I said, yes. And she said, they asked a few questions about you, and they said strange things that I didn't understand. And they were talking about governments and conspiracies, and none of it made any sense to me. But she goes, they were very, very scary. And I said, well, why were they scary? And she said, they had no facial hair, none. She said they had no eyebrows, no eyelashes, nothing. Their hair looked like they had a wig on, like it was attached to their hat, like it wasn't even real. And she said, and the scariest thing, their eyes were so big and so blue that they almost hypnotized me a little bit. And she goes, and you're going to think I'm crazy when I tell you this, but I swear they knew what I was thinking.
Oh,
I swear.
hell.
And I don't think I'm crazy, but I don't even know how they could do it, and I don't know why I'm even telling you this. She goes, so I started to think about things other than you, and I don't even know if it worked. And she started to cry, and she said one more thing before she left. She said, these men, they didn't blink.
Hell
Not
no.
once did I see them blink.
Yo, have y'all heard some conspiracy theories about Men in Black? I've heard quite a few of them. I love all that. Doppelganger, Men in Black, what is it? Oh, Black-Eyed Children. Man, that's some good stuff. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. Thanks again for tuning in. Like I say, like and subscribe to the video somewhere in this corner or somewhere in that corner over there. There's going to be the next video recommendation. Tap in so you can watch some more, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.